Josh.
Hello.
I like how in season 2 we've really upped our surprises game.
I know.
It's a lot more visual.
Oh, these got so fucked up. Josh,
Yeah.
here's your birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Josh.
birthday, Josh.
It's not that fucked up.
Happy-
Thank you.
Happy 31st.
Happy third birthday. The one is a candle.
That's right.
Guys,
All right, ready?
thank you.
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Aw.
I can't do
Let's
this.
skip to the end.
It's so much worse on the
Happy
air.
birthday, dear
Oh,
Josh.
It's a
happy
long
birthday,
song.
dear Josh.
Thank you. Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, guys. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yay.
That's awesome.
Yay.
Should I let him burn?
No. I don't
think
be a
we
fire
can.
hazard.
Wow.
It's a good Buffy reference, though.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you,
hosting with
guys.
us, Josh.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Happy birthday.
Happy to be here.
Welcome to Machete Order, the podcast about the shows that everybody still talks about, but nobody still watches. I'm SJ Pederuti,
And I'm Maxine Philibong.
and our special guest,
Josh Burns.
This season, we're watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
It's okay, I got it. You're Buffy, right? Oh, I'm Faith.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say there's a new Slayer in town.
So welcome back to Machete Order.
Welcome back to Machete
Welcome
Order.
back to Machete Order.
We are here, episode, is it 5?
5. No, 6.
So we are officially halfway through. This is the halfway point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 times 15. Yeah,
And we're only at season 3.
we have a plan.
I know. I trust you guys. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Does the Buffy fans trust the plan?
I don't know.
We're going to see.
We got some suggestions and we're going to weave them in.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that people are engaging now and are like helping
Yeah.
influence this.
As much as they can.
Yeah.
Because
oh,
I'm
no.
dug in.
We
and I'm
know.
not gonna
We know that you rule with impunity. Yes.
Our dozens of fans are now suggesting things for us.
Good. We had 0 fans last season. So.
We had some people called in.
That's true.
We had Josh.
We coerced them to call in.
Yeah. I was texting my friends, please, this is going to be so embarrassing if we get nothing.
Still waiting for that first true organic
Yeah.
fan to call in.
Would have been incredible though, where
Yeah.
it's just you keep the same length of that bit, but it's just crickets where there would have been voicemails. It's like,
Just dead air.
here's where someone would have called.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Good.
yeah.
Oh, the panel's back?
No.
Just for me. We're not doing that anymore. Everyone, I am the only one allowed to use this soundboard. What are you
Sorry.
doing?
Having technical difficulties. I was itchy. Sorry.
Decided to throw your headphones across the room. I got
I'm
that
done
itch.
with this if I'm not the star, get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Supposed to be the star, guys. That does happen, though, in shows all the time, that somebody is supposed to be the star, and then somebody else emerges as the actual star of the show.
Yeah.
And all right, so we're now 2 seasons in.
Yeah.
Clearly, season 3, we got a huge glow up. You can tell, like, the lighting is
New
better.
theme song, new cut of the
The
theme
music is way up. We've got
Yeah.
a song by Third Eye Blind on there.
Song. Yeah,
Lisa
the budget.
Loeb.
Yep.
We also had Fastball out. It's none of their hits. It was always like their second tier songs, but still, that's better than what we were getting in season 1, season 2. I'm happy. I'm a little disappointed with some things we'll get to.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
overall, I'm liking the show.
Mm-hmm. You and me
Thank
both.
God.
I'll go ahead and say that this is not the best crop of Buffy eps. There's a lot to enjoy here, but I don't think it has the same. Doesn't hit as hard.
But did everyone have fun?
I had
Let's start
fun.
off with that.
I had a good time. Yeah.
Good. That's it.
Season 2 finale was really good.
You like the finale, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was there.
I have
for
a
the whole
question
thing.
for you.
Okay.
Did you like starting off with a finale and then going into 2 episodes? Or would you have rather, wouldn't we give you 3 episodes? Would you rather have a finale as being the 3rd episode
I
you
definitely
watched?
liked to bridge into the next season because you end season 2 and there's a couple of big questions like, oh my God, what's going to happen? What's it going to look like? So I got to go right into season 3. And then there were some things I was like still curious about, but overall I was
Mm-hmm.
happy with where we are now,
Yeah.
character evolutions. And I like that I got to go right into it.
Okay.
Good.
I felt bad about it, is what she's saying. I feel like the
We were
finale.
having a discussion about it.
Yeah. I feel like a finale is a great way to end one of our sessions.
I don't know. I didn't feel underserved by it at all, especially because it was a 2-parter and like this angel plot had been building up for so much. And I knew I was going
Mhm.
to get to see the resolution to that.
Yeah.
So that part was all great.
All right. Is this summary yours? Should we get right into it?
I guess. Yeah. Okay. So full transparency.
Okay.
I'm just going to say that this might not be my best summary because I know that we're supposed to summarize differently than how we comment. So I'm just
Mhm.
going to read the notes straight through because it was like last week that I watched this. And then
Yeah.
more recently I've watched the recent 2. But it
Mhm.
begins with another mass school shooting. So that's how we're going to kick off the finale.
Yeah.
They love the school shooting.
They really do. It was just
Well-
not even a part of their, like, maybe we shouldn't constantly show
Well,
cops shooting kids in
we're
schools.
going to get to that.
Uh,
There is an episode that is questionable. Well, not just questionable, but we'll get to that.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's going to be okay because they right now just don't seem bothered by it. But that's how we start. We really kind of start things off literally with a bang. Willow is unconscious, and then Giles is missing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Giles is missing. Whistler confronts Buffy, and Whistler's the guy who's doing the Rizzo impression,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is like he was the one who officially, like, in the last episode, he taught Angel apparently how to be a good vampire. This
Mhm.
is the demon guy doing the Rizzo impression from Midnight Cowboy. And he has this conversation with Buffy about how she's going to defeat Angel.
Mhm.
And he asks her, what are you willing to give up? Which is very prescient for how this episode is going to end. And then he also claims in the end, you are all you got, which I thought was an interesting comment about it.
So you called out the school shooting. That was Buffy standing over Kendra's body, and the cops show up thinking, that she killed them.
Yes.
And then they just start fucking shooting.
Yes.
Like Principal Snyder is between the cop and where Buffy ran off. No get down, no nothing. Just bow, bow, bow.
Yeah. He wants to see her die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Willow gets knocked unconscious somehow.
Yes. So
Yes.
she's at the hospital.
Okay. So Willow's at the hospital
Yes.
where she will be. That was a cool scene. We're going to.
Xander's also there because he got his arm broken.
That's right. Yeah. Whole gang is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow Buffy gets united with Whistler.
Mm-hmm. Whistler is at Giles' apartment. Buffy goes to, because she knows that Giles isn't there. Nobody knows where he is. So Buffy goes to Giles' apartment where Whistler is like rooting through the fridge and everything. So it's like, do you remember his joke? When he's like rooting through the fridge, he's like, this is gross. He's like, going through an English man's fridge is like going out with a nun. You're never going to get the good stuff. It's like, whoa, Whistler, the good stuff.
Okay. I remembered a different part of that,
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
I remembered when Whistler asks Buffy, what are you willing to give up?
Yeah.
And in the end, you are all you've got.
Yeah.
And that was his advice for how she's going to go out and defeat Angel because
Mhm.
she knows now she has to kill him.
He
Yeah.
contains
Much better
multitudes.
We should stay with this version of the summary.
Yeah, let's cut that. Cut that.
Can I say one thing about Buffy's in her like little fugitive outfit, which is just like a beanie, like a black beanie and some like a black sweatshirt.
Yes.
And she's supposed to be a fugitive.
Yep.
It is so funny.
A cop would see that and be like, hey, did a main character just walk by?
She looks normal.
Yeah.
Carry on. Also, that's what a cat burglar wears. That's not what a fugitive should be wearing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not
No.
undercover at all.
Like I said, sometimes the fashion is great and sometimes the wardrobe choices are like awful.
Yeah. I think it would have been different if she hid her blonde hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it just like the beanie stops, you see her hair, and you're like, yes. That's,
That looks like the teenage
that's
girl.
the teenage girl that's running away. She
Yeah,
just
the
has a hat on.
entire neighborhood should be looking for her now
Mhm.
because she's accused of murdering another student.
Yep.
And the cops were just in a shootout. Yeah, she gets away from that scene very easily.
Right.
And then ends up in Giles' apartment and everything is fine. Yeah, definitely should change your hair color like they did in The Fugitive.
Or tuck it in your shirt or something.
Something.
No, put it in her
Anyway,
hat.
she leaves. She doesn't know where Giles is. She gets kind of a pep talk from Whistler. And then she runs into Spike. And Spike offers her a deal.
Because the cops find Buffy, hold a gun, and then Spike saves her. So
Oh,
like, oh,
yeah.
who's this?
Yeah, Spike intercedes. That's right.
Not in a
Forgot about
wheelchair.
that
Well,
part.
we already established it.
Yep, he's not in the wheelchair. Gig is up,
Mhm.
and he's sick of Angel's shit. He's like, I don't like the way it was. I'd rather go back to the old way, which I appreciated. I was like, I
Mhm.
get it. I probably would want to be the boss too.
Mhm.
Your mentor shows back up, and he's like an asshole.
Mhm.
He's fucking your girlfriend in front of you, basically.
Which is only fun for so long.
Yeah, exactly.
But he
At a
says,
certain point, you want to join in again, I would imagine.
come on, this cuck chair is getting...
There's also more smoking happening. So this is still 90s smoking is cool
Yep.
kind of situation because Spike is smoking in this
Yeah.
episode, right?
Mhm.
Which I don't know. Smoking looks cool on camera. Let's just say it.
Can we all just admit?
Smoking just always looks cool.
But then you've seen
Sorry.
that.
No, it doesn't always look cool.
I think it does.
It definitely looks trashy. I was on the
It-
beach this past weekend and
Yeah.
there was somebody smoking a cigarette
Okay.
on
Yeah.
the beach wearing jeans in the water. It was about as trashy as you
Jeans
could
in
get.
the water?
I swear to God.
That's
yes.
crazy.
You didn't
This
tell me you were going to
happened.
New Jersey. That's crazy.
This was Block Island, Rhode Island, folks.
No.
If you want to go to Nantucket, but to still feel trashy, Block Island. It's just as expensive and not as attractive.
Oh,
Block
boy.
Island. This episode was brought to you by Nantucket. Anyway, goodbye Piccadilly. Or what was that reference from?
Oh, it's some way old, like 1800 song. I looked it up and it did not stick in my brain at all.
There's a phrase that they throw
old-timey.
out. There's a couple of old-timey phrases and like references. There's another one in one of the later episodes about Buster Keaton. I was like, who and how would anybody in the 90s? I looked up who Buster Keaton was and he's like, oh, this is a 1920s silent film comedian and stuntman. No.
I mean,
no reference in this. Anyway, Goodbye Piccadilly, lame. Anyway, hello Leicester Square.
That's it.
I don't know. I didn't understand what that meant at all.
Saying that like the world is, because Angel wants to destroy the world, and he's like, I kind of like the world.
That was
what
cool.
What do you say?
Yeah.
It's got people, and they're just like, well, all you can eat buffets. It's got Manchester United.
Yeah. And he says it's going to be Goodbye Piccadilly and Hello Leicester Square. I didn't understand what that reference was, but I did like when Buffy also says, you want my help because your girlfriend is a complete hoe.
Yeah, I had that written down too.
I thought you had no notes for this version.
Well, okay, here's what I have. I have a notes app
Just
on my
that.
phone. That's maybe,
That's how this episode was brought to you by Notes app. It's free on your iPhone.
it's for your grocery lists.
Also that. Let's see, what else sums up happening? So
What else ends up happening in this episode?
that I was supposed to summarize. I like how Spike kills the cop at the end of that conversation. He's like, I'm just going to kill this guy.
He's like, no.
Yeah, and so now they're on the same team. It's a good some good comedy.
They go back to Buffy's house.
They go back to Buffy's house. So now Buffy brings Spike home to meet Buffy's mom. And this is the opportune time for the mom to finally get on the level and figure out that her daughter is a vampire slayer with a vampire there. Yes, that was nice. She had a lot of questions. It was sort of like a coming out conversation.
Yes.
It was a very on the nose. Have you tried not being the Slayer? Give me a break with that.
And that's like a running joke throughout the series too, of her coming out as a vampire slayer.
I, as a queer person at this table, was very, I thought that it was handled way too flippantly because it's not the joke of the scene. Like the actual point of the scene isn't the gay allegory or the coming out allegory. It's the, you're my daughter and I'm afraid for you. I don't want you to do this.
Yeah.
I hate that like you don't communicate with me. It was the like mother-daughter fighting thing. The coming out was just like, in one of the special features for season 3, they talk about how Joss Whedon takes a pass at every single script that goes by. Even if he's not credited as a writer, he takes a pass and adds in jokes. This felt like the kind of thing where someone just added in the joke of, have you tried not being the Slayer?
And then he just ran with it a little too far.
And it's just like, just cut that,
Yeah.
It shows up in other episodes where they keep making like jokes about that.
Yeah.
I'm happily gonna march in the Slayer Pride Parade. I'm trying.
Yeah, she does that in the next episode we're going to talk about, I think.
Yeah. And I'm always just like, I mean, I guess I don't laugh at them. It's not really funny. It doesn't hold up particularly well.
Because there's no second layer to it. It's just like, what if it
What
was
if
like
gay
coming
joke?
out? But it's like, what if gay joke? Insert gay joke here.
Yeah.
It's like, what is the analogy?
We get it. It's okay.
Is there any persecution for being the Slayer? Like, no.
What year was this?
1998.
Yeah, Slayer Fest 98. But there's
Yeah.
still, people were still wrapping their heads. I mean, Philadelphia came out in 1994, and that was a movie about homosexuality.
Yeah.
And I thought it was handled just as a reflection of the time that it was made. There were scenes where there was violent confrontations between regular people and people who were openly gay, like in grocery stores. It was strange that we were that. It feels like we should have been a lot further along on this issue in the late 90s.
Maybe I thought it was so funny because the way I grew up in, the middle of Connecticut in the same town that Wesleyan University was. So it was a very queer, open town where it was very accepting. I came out when I was in high school and there were plenty of gay people in high school too. And everyone's just kind of cool with it from, my understanding. So I never felt uncomfortable with it and I never felt oppressed by it, which is a very different experience than many people.
Yeah.
So when jokes like this happen, I kind of forget about homophobia. Do you know what I mean?
God, take me there.
And I've only ever lived in cities too. I've lived in, the cities across the East Coast.
Yep.
We get it. You're smarter. You're more enlightened. You hung out with a better class of people.
No, I forget about it. But then you go to the South and, oh, wait, I remember now.
Yeah.
It also does say something about how far we've come as a society. I mean, it's better. Yeah. You're 10 years younger than me, and I think it was better for you growing up than it would have been for somebody who's more our age, right, Josh?
Right. Our age.
In our early 30s.
Somewhere in there. You told him.
I graduated high school in 2015. So it was still, I think gay marriage was legalized across the states in 2015. So I don't know. Connecticut, or my part of Connecticut always felt very accepting, so I never had to worry about it.
Yeah. It's interesting. I never thought about that trajectory. Just as, people have an easier time expressing themselves, as we have a better understanding of like the language around gender identity and sexuality, more open conversations about that kind of thing. You wouldn't think, we talk about media not aging well and stuff like this, where it's handled really flippantly, being like, oh, that aged like milk,
Yeah.
Turns out people with like a different frame of reference who didn't understand like the homophobia of the time as much, haven't personally experienced it as much, don't see it as offensive. It's just like, oh yeah, haha, gay people.
Yeah, I didn't think too much of it.
I hear a lot
As an
more
older
people. Yeah, okay. It stuck out to me.
Hey, I brought it up though. I thought not sure how I would handle it now, but
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Willow's in a coma. Sorry, is there anything more you guys want to say about being gay?
No.
Because I'm starting to feel a little left out for.
Dude, you got.
Yeah, what about straight pride, huh?
I know.
We don't talk enough about straight white men.
Where's my parade?
What's my parade?
I'm not saying that at all. Just saying we don't want to be on a topic for too long in any format of any topic.
Right. No,
Could
I beat this to
Could
death.
be talking about the Red Sox. We should probably, though,
Talk about the Red Sox?
Where's my parade?
Trade deadline's on Wednesday. Willow's in a coma.
Yeah. What else? What else happens?
Xander making a pass at Buffy, kind of, in the hospital?
I explicitly not. Like,
No.
she, Xander
Xander.
hugs Buffy, and then she makes a crack about, like, oh, it would have been a great opportunity for you to cop a feel. Weird joke, Buffy, but she's, like, trying to make him feel better, I
Make
guess.
things lighter.
And he's like, I'm not, no, like, you got to see. Willow's in a damn coma.
Yeah, and so this like at least gives us an opportunity for Xander to talk to Willow in an affectionate way, truly as a friend, and say some heartfelt things. And then, of course, Willow is asking for Oz because that's where her heart is. I thought this would have been a much more powerful scene if it was Buffy having that conversation with Willow. I thought it was, and okay, so to kind of go back to like homosexuality versus heterosexuality, it felt like they were shoehorning Xander into this important scene that really should have been carried by the lead actress and her best friend. They have a much deeper bond than Xander does. And then it could have still played with Willow asking for Oz, right? And it wouldn't even had to have been a full-on, like, this is a homosexual moment, but just a woman, a friend having a deep, intimate conversation, an important conversation with somebody that they truly love. I would have liked to see that.
That's a great observation. I think you're absolutely right. And you talk about, like, Bechdel test kind of thing. It's like great opportunity.
Would have been a great chance for the Bechdel test.
Yep. And she would have been way better. But we unfortunately see later, I think, what they were leading to.
Yeah, which I hate. I don't need this at all. We'll get to it. By the way, I say we'll get to that a lot.
A lot of stuff we got to get.
Trying to cut down on it.
But no,
Did we
that's
ever
a great
actually get to, when we say,
of course we do.
We'll get to it.
I think so.
I try.
Let us know.
Anyway, so Willow's asking for Oz. Seth Green. Seth Green's hair is like a different color every episode.
Yeah.
Is that a bit? Is that supposed to be like Jerry's bicycle in the apartment from Seinfeld? It's just one day it's green, one day it's black, one day it's orange. Anyway.
It got called out in, I think, like one of the episodes that we watched. Yeah. It's his thing.
Yeah. Okay. So that happens a lot. Anyway, we're going to get Oz coming back in and helping Willow cut out of her coma.
Giles was kidnapped by Drusilla and taken back to the mansion where they're at.
Yep. And Angel is torturing Giles. Yeah. So that's happening.
Yeah. And it's apparently really intense. The like close-ups on Giles' face, like that's a tired man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The torture scenes they're a little flat in general.
Because they don't show like any of what Angel is doing.
No. It would have been a whole different thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Drusilla does the whole hypnosis thing to get Giles to confess. She wants him to tell him like what the password is or how they unlock the curse, right?
Yeah, which they somehow couldn't figure out.
And Giles knows. Yeah. But yeah, she's really pushing his buttons.
Hypnotizes him so that he sees her as Jenny Calendar.
Yeah.
And then like, oh God, it's heartbreaking, you know?
Yeah, it really kind of was. And a little weird.
Because she starts making out with him.
Yeah.
And he can't stop.
And then just doesn't stop.
Giles, can we stop calling him Giles? He's just Ripper at this point. He's either Rupert or Ripper.
Total Ripper move.
Total Ripper in this moment. The ladies love Giles. This is a real thing.
Okay, I think after this or into the next season, Giles changes his glasses, and something about that doesn't work as well for me.
Really?
So he gets less hot next season.
He's wearing the glasses basically that you're wearing right now.
Yeah, I think I'm just attracted to people that look like me.
You have a type.
I have a type, and it's
The
myself.
mirror.
We've come full circle on you not editing yourself into the social media clips enough. And here we have you now.
We got to dial it
Truth
back.
comes out.
We went too far.
So, by the way, when Buffy and the principal have their showdown later on, the chalk outline of Kendra's body that's still in the library. It was so great. There aren't enough chalk outlines in episodes in television anymore.
Yeah.
I need more chalk outlines.
Goofy.
I do like how Principal Snyder, and the show starts to get more self-aware of itself with Principal Snyder. Like, the police are deeply stupid here.
Yes.
So that was good.
And he also calls the mayor, who's going to become a character, you know.
Yeah.
Calls the mayor and says,
I do like the evil deep state of Sunnydale. This is, I like it when television and generally they obviously do this, like the world building gets deeper. And so we start to see more of that as we get to understand the mayor. Yeah, and Snyder does seem like super, super evil. Drew completely lobotomizes Giles. We talked about that. And then Buffy shows up to break him of the spell. Yeah.
Runs into Xander on her way there.
Yeah.
Who's sending a message from Willow, who got out of her coma and wants to try the curse.
Yes, she's going to try the curse.
Tells Xander, hey, go tell Buffy so that she knows that we're going to try and do the curse.
Yeah, and so this is all setting up now for having the showdown moment with Buffy, with also Angel there, but also Willow trying to make this curse happen. The underplot of all of this is that Angel is trying to open up the gates of hell and end the world.
Yep.
Of course, obviously, the stakes are high.
Yep.
We should have mentioned that at the beginning of all this, but yeah.
But Xander, instead of giving the message to Buffy, instead says, Willow wanted me to tell you, kick his ass.
Yeah. Not going to say that because, well, he doesn't want the whole thing to work. He wants her to
He wants her to kill Angel because of everything he's done. And also, let's be honest, still jealousy. Yeah. But then also, it's a much more risky plan to have her. He doesn't want her pulling her punches because, like, what if the curse doesn't work? You know?
Yeah.
So I think there's layers to it. It comes up later in the series. I don't think we're watching that episode, but he gets called out for this.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. We now face off at where do they face off in?
They start calling it like the mansion or something.
They're
it
in a
looked like just a
mansion.
mausoleum, but it's apparently where the whole.
It was cool. The gates of hell are about to split open because they figure out it has to be Angel's blood.
Angel's blood on the sword to pull it out.
Also, Angel dying is like the way that you close the thing.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, we learned that at some point.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda.
So Willow is in the hospital and she's starting the incantation. Allison Hannigan is good as an actress. The part where she switches into like, she's a great witch, first of all.
She's probably a great witch.
I think she's a witch probably in real life.
You think so?
I hope.
I think she would be a great witch. She looks the part.
I agree.
Redheads are kind of witchy.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree.
But we finally have our showdown scene, and Buffy is going to confront Angel, and Spike is with her. So she's chanting along, doing her thing. Very cool chanting, by the way. And there's still this like very poorly choreographed sword fight between Buffy and Angel. Stunt doubles heavily used.
A lot of stunt double action.
A lot of stunt double. She should have just learned how to use the sword herself, Sarah.
If she can. I mean, we don't know if there's union rules about that or something.
I know, but like she should have. It would have been better. Anyway, there is a moment where like we're at our finale of it all happening, right? And the incantation is done. Willow's like passed out because that's what happens. You get very tired once you've done a real incantation.
Would you know?
Oh, no.
Have you done one? No.
I wish.
Yeah.
I do believe that spells can be actually bestowed. Cast. That's the word.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you think
I
spells
think there's a
can be
lot of
cast?
like power of belief kind of thing. I think that the aromatherapy of the certain like herbs and things that you use in a lot of those spells and stuff can have calming effects.
Do you know you can buy an Etsy spell?
Have somebody cast a spell for you.
Really?
Yeah, you could. You could.
Okay. So I believe in spells. Like legitimately, I think I do think that power exists in the universe.
I'm not laughing at you. I love that belief. I was laughing because we were talking about this episode's running a little long. Do you believe in spells?
Who knows how this episode's going to come out? We've lost power twice.
Yeah.
We have no idea.
No.
This episode was 25 hours long. No, I think that like most things, I believe that there is some level of reality and possibility to it, and it is often imitated as just complete snake oil and bullshit, which is what I imagine some of these Etsy spells are.
I believe in them. If I'm paying $10 for them, it better work.
Better believe in them.
Every month,
A
keep
monthly
the spell going, has to be recast or it wears off.
before we get sued by the Etsy witches, I think that they possibly believe in it, or think they're marketing a real skill that they have.
Should I buy one and test it out?
Right now, let's do it.
That would actually be kind of cool. All right, maybe we should try it out, though.
Okay.
Just to see. Because if somebody is watching or listening, it's probably an Etsy witch.
Yeah, that's true. Here's what I'm going to do. This week, I'm going to buy a Etsy spell. I'm not going to tell either one of you what it is.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
Or
no.
Is it going to be one of us?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
All right.
But we're going to come back next week. We'll have to see. You'll tell me how your week has been, and
Jesus,
I'll tell you.
you're going to cast a spell against us?
Craziest
Well,
thing.
be a good spell, because I'm having a kind of rough start to the week, all right?
You might notice that I've turned into a cat. I shit in SJ's luggage.
You showed up in costume. Yeah. There have been cats shitting in my luggage. So if you could cast a spell to stop that from happening, that would be helpful.
I'll pick and choose.
That would actually be a good way to start.
Okay,
Cast
you can't
a
want it
spell
too
on
much.
a pet. Well, all right, fine. I'm not directing you. I'm just suggesting, okay? Anyway, Willow could cast a spell, and she at least is done. She passes out. You should probably ask the Etsy spellcaster if they will be passing out
Please
after
don't pass out.
I think that it probably is important for it to work, because it works against Angel. And all of a sudden, the clouds part from his eyes, and he's happy David Boreanaz again. And he's like, Buffy, oh, I've been so lost.
Right when she's right about to kill him, all of a sudden he's back.
And she can
Buffy,
tell
I don't know what's happening.
he's
I don't know
back.
where
I really much prefer Evil Angel. He's way better as a villain.
That's a popular opinion. I love Angel.
I think you might just like Angel.
I think that he's a good performance. I think that they have a good relationship with a lot of chemistry. People describe him as cardboard, as like a cardboard cutout of.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
No, he's good, right?
He's good, but I like him better as a bad guy.
Okay.
Him and Drew, like with the black leather jackets on the back of a motorcycle, that's a way better visual than like him and Buffy whispering sweet nothings to each other about how he loves her. And yeah. So give me Evil Angel. Anyway, we don't get to see either one of them very long because there's a very romantic kiss. And they tell each other that they love each other. And then Buffy takes that sword and just right in his chest.
And then the funniest CGI sequence happens.
It's pretty bad CGI. Because at this point, the entire like hellscape is opening up behind David Boreanaz. And Angel has no idea that this is happening. He's like, things are going to be okay, right? And she's like, yes. And then she stabs him and then she pushes him into the abyss.
Because that closes the portal.
And that closes the portal. Crisis averted. Buffy saves the day once again by killing the love of her life.
Yeah. Right. And like just twisting the knife that he got his soul back, you know, just to make it
at
so
the very end before he gets cast into hell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's wanted for murder.
Yeah.
And her mom's mad at her.
Yeah. But bye-bye, Angel. And we're back in the school and things are a little bit more solemn now. We're all a bit wiser. And Buffy is not going back.
Because she got expelled, we didn't say.
Yeah, with the rest of them. She is banished.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that ending for season 2. I liked the okay, we've lost the major love of her life. We've defeated the evil. It was a hard thing for her to do, and now she's going into exile. And that's a nice way the hero's journey kind of wraps up sometimes. They need to take some time for themselves. Mm-hmm. Buffy's changed.
And it's tragic, hard ending. And then did you stick around for after the credits?
What?
No, there's not an after the credits scene.
Oh.
But if you ever have, there's always like the end slate of like the production company. What is it? Mutant Enemy.
Yeah.
And the little monster goes by, grr, arg. This time it was, oh, I need a hug. Is all he said.
I did not watch the end, but that's why you're a hardcore fan and host of the show.
I watched the special features on the DVD, baby.
Isn't it crazy that when she gets kicked out of school, they don't like put her in another school? Like
No.
when she got kicked out of the one in LA, she got, she moved, got transferred to another school.
Yeah.
She just gets kicked out as a senior in high school with no alternative.
Is that how that works? Is it their responsibility to put you in another school? Or does the state just leave you to...
The state can't just like leave you. A senior in high school, there has to be like some alternative.
The state would never leave anybody. No one would ever be left
The whole
behind.
no child left behind. Child left behind. Buffy is a child left behind. Yeah, good point though. She should have probably moved on from Sunnydale. Get out of Southern California. Come to Boston.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you need? Boston, Massachusetts.
We get some
Yeah.
in the next
Did you get
episode.
to Boston? What did you think of this episode?
I thought it was great. I thought the season was really good. I think that like turning like the romantic interest into the evil adversary was the right way to handle and get real engagement. I could see why this would have been the season that the show really took off, was because you had this character and he does not turn evil right away. This is like a mid-season pivot that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought that was really cool too. Didn't love how Spike just bailed with Drew and like
Choked her
rides
out.
off in the black car. The black car was a nice touch.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, are we really writing these characters like literally into the sunset? And they abandon like in the middle of the battle. There is by no means the end of like the world, but I guess Spike had seen enough. He kind of was like,
Spike sees Buffy. He says, "Oh, he's gonna kill her." Grabs Drusilla, chokes her out, and leaves.
Gets out of there. Yeah, because I guess he'd rather just like live in the world without Angel and still live in a world. So
okay, if anything like this, if any like if any fuck shit's happening in front of me, I'm out of there.
Oh,
You know, during apocalypse, the people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna survive."
mm-hmm.
I'm not. No,
Oh, no, come
no,
on.
I'm leaving.
yeah,
Getting
but
out.
everybody's leaving. So then everybody gets stuck, and that's how everybody dies. You'd be one
In
of the
an
lemmings.
apocalypse?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'd be
I'm
stuck
out
on
of there.
93 trying to like get out in your
No,
car.
I'm killing myself.
How low is it?
Oh, I see. You're just opting out.
I'm opting out. I don't want to live in a world like that.
But you never know when the apocalypse is like really coming. It's not like it's going to be like fire and brimstone. You're like, all right, well, I guess like, I don't
But
know.
hang on, before this, you said if any event happens in front of you. What's the line? If SJ and I get into a fist fight, you're just killing yourself right in the corner? Okay.
It's like, guys, don't do this.
Okay.
I
Kills
can't
herself.
live in this world. I did think, wait, Spike wanting to live in this world and enjoying the world around him
Mhm.
was, I think, one of the best underlying messages of the entire show. Just captured in a couple of scenes with this guy who's like, life is great. I really like where I'm at. I got the all-you-can-eat buffet of humans. I got a hot girlfriend.
Really good place right
I've
now.
got some power. He doesn't want good times to end, and he's a vampire. He gets to like observe all of the good things forever, as long as he doesn't get staked in the heart.
Do you think this is how you would be as a vampire?
I think this is how I want to be now as a human. I just want to be happy, you know?
Oh,
Here,
SJ.
I
Not
know.
happy
Not
right
that I'm
now?
not happy, but you know, the stress of life can get you.
Yeah.
It can get you.
It's funny because he's a villain who's a part of the world-ending plot, and it's just like, I live in the world. Why would
Yeah.
I want
Why
to
would I
end
want to
it?
end the
This is
world?
Stupid.
Yeah.
Bring hell to earth? The hell sucks.
I've been there. I don't want to go back.
Angel seems very comfortable with like destroying the world. That whole premise as a villain, just it rings so hollow. Like
Mhm.
wanting power in the world makes a lot more sense, and then that can be interpreted so many different ways, and you can have just natural conflict from that desire. But
Mhm.
yeah, the demonistic, I just want to end the universe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm on Team Spike here.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
definitely Team Spike. In the order of the guys that I like in this show, I would say Spike, Angel. Oh, well, Spike, Ripper,
Yeah, okay, that's what I
Okay.
Angel, Rupert,
thought.
Well,
Two separate.
Hold on.
No, he's right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oz. Oz is kind of, he's a dweeb.
When's Xander going to show up in this list?
Xander's very, very low on the list. Xander is a poorly constructed character. I'll say it. They try to
Yeah.
shoehorn all of the like heterosexual male archetypes into him.
Yeah.
They cast a guy who like, he's good looking. Like, you know, it's like, I
Yeah.
get it. And they definitely like, you know, glow him up a little bit with the Cordelia thing,
Mhm.
but he sucks.
I think
Yeah.
he is good looking and charismatic, but he's very clearly a writer insert for Joss Whedon, who's not a good guy.
And his, well, he is. I mean, I guess you could see that, but he's slimy.
Yeah.
Which is why maybe it's fitting.
The guy who
It's
plays him
weird.
is also an awful person.
Really?
Nicholas
Brandon.
Brandon? Yeah.
Has had you don't know? He's had a
No.
horrible trajectory.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a scumbag, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, horrible like problems with addiction as well. But in addition to that, isn't doing himself any favors.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
don't have to get into it. But
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, it seems to come out. And I've always wondered, I was like, this guy, nothing ever happened with him. Like he could have.
he got up to something.
All right. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's get
Move it
into
up.
the next season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So season 3, episode 3, Faith, Hope, and Trick. This is an interesting episode. I'll take the overall summary. There's a new Slayer in town. Another new
Yet
Slayer in
another
town
new
because
Slayer.
There's
Kendra
a new
died.
Slayer
so
in town,
There's
baby.
a new, and this time she's from Boston.
Yeah, with no accent, not even trying for an accent.
Thank
now.
God.
We went for this like really crazy, complicated Jamaican accent, and I think they learned their lesson, and they were just like, "All right, no, it's Eliza Dushku,
Mhm.
who timeless beauty, great
Uh-huh.
casting.
Oh, yeah.
And yet not even the hint of a Boston.
I would have
accent.
loved for her to have a Boston accent.
Wouldn't have probably been that hard.
No.
Yeah. Show her the cop slide video. Oh, fuck.
Also, nothing trashier than a thick Massachusetts accent on a woman. I think.
I don't think it's trashy. I love a Boston accent.
I do too. I like
Yeah.
the trashiness of it too.
You
She
think it's
would-
trashy?
I mean, I don't know. I think women think that. No, how do I want to say this?
Okay.
Yeah, straight
If
man.
you think that it's
Straight
good
white
on
man.
anybody, I mean, I'm not
I
weighing
think
in either
women
way. But
find it attractive in men.
crazy. nasty.
No?
What?
I don't know.
No, I love
feel
a
like-
Boston accent.
Okay. See?
It's so comforting for
But do
me.
you find it equally attractive from both female and men?
Yes. I think I just love an accent that sounds a little funky. And I think a Boston accent is like the funkiest little accent you can get.
It's pretty
I'll
funky.
tell you what the rest of the world thinks. It's a ridiculous accent. It is
Fuck you.
not becoming of it. Oh, fuck you.
Fuck you.
All right.
I don't know. Well, hey, she doesn't have it.
She's gonna park my car and you.
But she is from Boston. She is a Southie slayer.
Yes.
Which
South
was-
Boston, she calls it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
She was in South Boston.
You can
Now
tell.
she's here.
She's running from a new big bad, Kistos, who's
He's the cloven
vampire.
one.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
vampire so old. Giles just says offhandedly, he's so old that his hands and feet have become cloven. Guess that happens.
I guess. Also, bad. Again,
It-
poor wardrobe props. Those clothes look like they belong on a Muppet.
It's so rubbery. It just looks horrible.
He can
And he's-
barely move them, and he's like,
Yeah. And it comes out that Faith is here because she's running away. She's traumatized because Kakistos killed her watcher.
yeah, but she's all bullshit about that because she's like,
She's
I just
acting
want
all
to see
tough.
what's up with B.
Mhm.
And then she's like,
My watcher's over on the
Some sort of
retreat.
retreat, the
that
watcher
Rupert
retreat.
didn't get invited to because he's not
He's
cool enough.
so sad. He got so sad.
do we find out why Rupert doesn't get invited to
No.
the retreats?
Well, no.
There was no retreat.
Well, there was no
I-
retreat.
He
But there
looks
seems
like
to
he
have
knows what it
been.
is. There is a watcher retreat. I don't know if it's actually supposed to be happening right now and he didn't get invited. Faith's watcher is not actually on the retreat, was killed by Kakistos, who is here with, who's actually going to be more important, his assistant, Mr. Trick.
Yeah, I like that guy.
I love him.
Very like smooth talking in a zoot suit. We're
Mhm.
getting more diverse with Buffy now.
About time,
Yeah.
3 seasons in.
Yep, finally have a black man. Mr. Trick is a cool name too.
Mr.
Yeah.
Trick is a cool name.
But he's smooth talking. He has a cool little mustache. He has a suit, and then his whole thing is that he's much more all about technology, using technology to try and fight. Which 1998, that would
Tech
have been. Like,
boom.
yeah, can you imagine using technology to do a thing?
Yeah, he's also a vampire.
Yeah, he is a
I think that's
vampire.
He's a
important to
vampire.
mention. He eats the kid at the takeout window. That was good.
Now, hearing
And he
you talk
likes
about that's making me
sweets.
hungry.
He really likes sweets
Uh-huh.
too. It's always like drinking soda or
Mhm.
like he has a blow pop
Mm-hmm.
in the next episode. I liked that.
They get
Blow
pizza
pops or
delivered at the
Tootsie
plate.
Pops. We shouldn't. This is a bad
Yeah,
podcast.
man, oh man.
And we're
You just never want this to end.
an hour into this recording. I'm feeling it.
Blow pops, by the way. You mentioned Third Eye Blind earlier, that Buffy does have a dream where she's dealing with a trauma of having killed Angel right when he
Yeah.
got the soul. Third
In
Eye
the
Blind
back-
playing
in the background.
In the background.
Good song.
Great song.
Yeah, that whole album was good. Check it out, Gen Z. Check it out.
I think that is a no skippers album. I love every song on it.
This is why this goes well.
Absolutely.
100% agree.
Stop laughing at me.
You're like looking like I'm never gonna listen to that album. And we're both like,
I've heard Third Eye Blind songs.
that original Third Eye Blind album is worth checking out.
Is
It's
that the
all
red
killer,
one?
no filler.
No.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it red?
Yeah.
Oh,
they're,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
eponymous. Third Eye Blind.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's called Third Eye Blind. It's very good, front to back. Give it a listen.
Maybe.
Cast a spell and then listen to Third Eye Blind. Will you do that for us?
That's your
So you
homework.
buy that spell, and I'll buy a separate Etsy spell.
Wait, what spell am I buying?
The one to make me listen to Third Eye Blind.
Venmo me for a spell.
All right, deal.
There's a parallel between Faith not dealing with running away from her trauma of having seen this horrible thing happen to her watcher, and Buffy running away from her trauma because Giles is trying to get info out of her. Hey, I'm trying to work on this thing, but I need to know exactly what happened between you and Angel when he closed the portal to
Yes,
Akatwa.
I had that note as well. This is an episode about trauma.
Yeah.
I don't think either of them deal with it particularly well.
Nope.
And that's going to be important because Buffy does have this support structure to help her deal with it.
Yes.
Where when she finally comes clean, she's lying about what happened. She's hiding that Angel got his soul back or that the curse worked. It's not until the end of the episode where she, hey, Giles, here's what happened. Willow, the spell worked.
And Willow thinks that she failed and is still willing to try to keep doing more and more spells, which I thought was cool. And I thought, oh, it's interesting. Willow thinks that she failed at this when we all saw that she had succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was
And Giles
deeper.
reveals, I didn't actually need any of that info. I just, knew essentially, he says it in much fewer words, but I knew that she needed to get this off her chest. We had to talk about it.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I don't think that's how therapy really works.
What?
If you just say it, if I'm just going to prod you for information, you will come to a deeper understanding of the situation yourself.
You have to deal with, you have to get your stuff out in the open. If
Yeah.
you keep denying to yourself and your close, loved ones, I don't think you're really dealing with it. I think it's a part of therapy. It doesn't actually make it better, but
I think you need to explore the thing that it is as an individual,
Mhm.
whether it's with your friends or it's with somebody who's a therapist it has to be an external exchange. I really believe that. I think that's the important part of therapy. Hearing yourself talk it out. You won't figure it out inside your head. And I think a lot of people think about that as how they will cope. But I also think it's not as transactional as let me just tell you what happened. And ergo, I will find the enlightenment and the deeper meaning for me to have peace with this.
Yeah.
You have to actually want to explore that. And I think that this episode kind of glazes that over as like Buffy needs to overcome her trauma, and her trauma will come when she tells the truth about the fact that Angel had gotten his soul back and the trick worked, or the spell worked.
The trick.
Little trick. That's not therapy. That's just a confession of like a little white lie. But the real therapy would be like coming to peace with getting over Angel.
For sure. And because this show deals so heavily with traumatizing Buffy with the worst stuff possible happening to her, I think it would be more dramatically interesting if they did deal more with proper her getting the catharsis that she needs, getting the therapy that she needs, all that stuff.
And her trauma would have needed to happen over multiple episodes rather than it being bundled up in one episode. And then at the end, out of the sky, drops Angel.
So that's that's not how this show that we're doing works. We have to condense it, man.
That's fair.
I wish that we had
very
like
fair.
3 episodes before this.
But it would have. I think it would have been. I don't know. I mean, if obviously she is still grieving, she is still coming through with trauma. I just thought it wasn't handled super well.
Right.
And then Angel just drops back into the world.
Yep.
Fully naked.
Obviously
We'll get
naked.
there. We'll get
Still
there.
waxed.
We'll get there.
Still
in
waxed.
this whole time,
Still sweaty.
We're not dealing with stuff. Standout star of the show, Scott Hope, is trying to hit a guy from school who's way into her. Evidently Canadian. You hear him say at the Bronze, she's like, "Oh, sorry, you're not from LA."
How come he gets to be Canadian, but Faith doesn't get to be Boston?
I don't know
From
if the
Boston.
characters actually. The actor I looked up is Canadian.
Oh, is
I
he?
think that just slips out. You can't hide it.
I think Eliza Dushku is from New England, isn't she?
I don't know.
I think she might be, but maybe not.
Southie?
That'd be too on the nose. Then she could do the accent.
Yeah.
She wouldn't be able to turn it off.
I think they cast just the same guy for every one of these. Like, we need a stand-in for like, whether it was like Scott or who was the one who wanted to be the vampire?
Oh,
Ford.
Yeah. They all look the same. They're all like that short hair, skinny, pasty white boy.
Yeah.
Like,
Buffy
weak
has a
chin.
type.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, like black hair.
Casting has a type.
What else is there? Because that's the story. I mean, she's running away from Scott. How funny is it at the end where she keeps dodging, he keeps asking her out, she keeps being insane from like, she's traumatized and she keeps freaking out whenever he's like, hey, tries to give her a clotter ring to say, hey, let's go on one
was
date.
triggering.
Yeah, really triggering for her. But then at the end, when she comes clean to Giles about what happened, she tries to go back to Scott, who she's been dodging like 18 times over the course of the episode. And they do a bit where he's like, I don't know. I'll have to think about this. All right, I thought about it.
Yeah.
Like, let's do it.
I thought that was good.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah.
I just don't like him. Did you catch the motel manager where Faith was staying? You ever see Mr. Show?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a funny sketch comedy show, and he's one of the actors from there. Yeah.
Okay.
They ice him, so he's never coming back.
I know. Yep. He has the whole like seedy motel guy like motif. Again, bad wardrobe, just way on the nose with it. He's in like the muscle shirt, the jeans. He's like, I don't own this place.
Him looking through the peephole really got me. That really scared me.
Yeah.
I think I turned away for a second and turned back, and I was like, ah!
There's a lot of voyeurism in the show.
Yeah.
A lot of voyeurism.
Yeah.
Do you have any other thoughts about this one?
I don't think we talked about Faith enough.
Okay.
Yeah, we should talk a little bit
There's
more
a
about
lot.
Faith.
There's a running theme through this of it's little sister type shit kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where Faith comes in and everyone's like, oh, she's so cool. Xander's way into her to get the Xander take on things. Even Buffy's mom is really into her.
This is Xander becoming a sleazeball again. Like asking more about like
The
are you
naked-
naked when you're wrestling the alligators?
While
Like,
Cordelia's right there and they're still together.
yeah, that whole thing just doesn't play right. And then, of course, Faith talking about how horny she gets when she's slaying. That was just like, what are we doing? Why are we making...
High schoolers
Yeah.
talk like that?
Yep.
It really skews me out.
Yeah, and then Xander's like eating it up, and it's just like, that's gross. And this is like, if this is Joss Whedon writing his character, you are writing a scumbag, and lo and behold, that seems to be, by all accounts, the type of person that he was.
When I was watching this, because of all like the sexual jokes that Faith made, it made me look up how old is she supposed to be in this episode. She's like 17.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
high school.
It's way inappropriate. And
Yeah.
it's just weird that we have to watch that, and
You
that's
can, to
part
be
of...
fair, you can say that it's, again, she's running from her trauma. That can be a way that a lot of people will repress trauma, run to that kind of...
Yeah, but you could just eliminate those jokes and comments entirely from the show, and it would not have been any worse or better.
It would be better.
It'd be better. It'd be better.
Yeah.
So that's the part that makes it cringy. Is like if there really truly is a reason for it, then that would be good. But we don't really see that. I do like how she's just, everybody loves her.
Yeah.
And even her mom is like a big fan.
It's just, and she's so, like, Buffy's so jealous. It's very much like the new little sister came in.
Yeah.
It is coming to a head, all of the like sex and violence in TV that we're all talking about. There is going to be a breaking point for that. As we're all noticing throughout watching this series back, there's a lot of violence handled very flippantly and a lot of sex when these are just like kids.
Yeah.
That's just something that I'm glad you're picking up on.
Well, it's nice to know that they actually do like acknowledge it. Buffy does not play well with most other girls in the show. She didn't really get along with Kendra. She didn't really get along with Faith. The next episode, she squares off against Cordelia. Like I think that like as a character, and again, we talked earlier about how she could have had a deep conversation with Willow in the hospital, and that would have maybe leveled up that moment and the show a little bit. But it doesn't really feel like Buffy. I get she's supposed to be a loner character. Yeah. But aside from Angel, you don't really see her have a deep, meaningful relationship with anyone else on the show.
Mm-hmm. They're just kind of there.
Yeah.
And she talks to them.
Yeah. And then when there is another woman who's like competitive with her in any way, she doesn't like them. Mm-hmm. And there's this like there's this tension there.
Right.
When it's handled at its best, it's because she's a Slayer, and that's part of why her life is hard, why being the Slayer is a tough job, that she can't develop these relationships. At its worst, it's like this, where she's just not handling relationships, or she's not putting herself there. It's kind of poor writing to not give her.
Exactly. But I do think that like there's a moment where the mom is talking about how the Faith kind of embraces her role in this. And that is a good theme, and embracing your destiny and kind of, again, enjoying the moment, being more like Spike and less like Buffy of like, oh, I've got to go do this, making all these sacrifices, and no one's really on my side, instead of realizing that you have an incredible support network around you. You have a lot of people who love you. Like there's a lot to be grateful for here, and you should lean into that a little bit more. That does come up kind of time and again, especially with these other Slayers.
Yeah. In the next episode, too, Buffy, it's clear that Buffy does not have a good relationship with anyone, or as close a relationship that she thinks with anyone.
Yeah.
Do you have any closing thoughts about your episode?
No, I mean, we could keep talking about the relationships in this show for a while. There's a lot of stuff that we aren't seeing, and it's just the fact of the show. I'm curious what impression you're going to come away with, and it's interesting.
Homecoming was a good episode because it isolates Buffy, and she really is kind of having to go it alone. Kind of. But not so much. But she's self-isolating a lot in this episode.
Yeah. You can see it in her relationships, too. So in this episode, it's kind of a square off between Buffy and Cordelia, where Cordelia is running for Homecoming Queen. Buffy is like, I can run for Homecoming Queen, too. Fuck you. But it turns out no one knows or likes Buffy all that much.
Apparently, she's not a great baker. Makes huge cupcakes, though.
Huge cupcakes. They're huge. So was Homecoming big in your school?
Yeah.
Really?
I went to an all-guys school, so.
Yeah. It wasn't big in my school.
Yeah. It's really big at Sunnydale.
Yeah, huge at Sunnydale. It's like a prom.
It's
and Scott didn't even ask Buffy to go.
Yeah.
What?
Are they dating?
So at this point, they're like kind of dating. But of course, Angel's back. And I missed kind of whatever had happened in the interim because we skip an episode. But Buffy knows Angel's back. And obviously, her heart is with him. And so she's not all into the Scott guy. But they're kind of together.
Yeah. So at the end of Josh's episode, in the very last like minute, Angel falls from the sky,
naked.
Completely naked, and he's like, ugh.
Yeah. And that was it.
Yeah, and that was it. So in this episode, Angel's back. He's fully clothed.
Well, kind of. His shirt's open. It was a very Mexican soap opera scene.
Yeah, he can't. He has to show a little bit of his body
always
in every scene for some reason. But he's not like entirely waxed. Right, he has a little bit of chest hair.
I don't know. Does he?
I think it's just the different lighting from the new season and stuff. He looked.
It was Angel like a heartthrob while this show was happening?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Okay.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
I don't get that at all. Yeah, I get that you got it then and now. But I don't see it. But I can see what they want. You know, he's brooding and he's, constantly half naked.
Yeah.
Tall, dark, and mysterious, that was like a comment, like what kind of guy are you looking for? Tall, dark, and mysterious. And that's supposed to be, David Boreanaz.
Yeah.
But then Buffy tells him that she's seeing Scott.
She's involved with somebody. Like, what is she, like 80? She's involved with somebody? She's like a high schooler.
Well, she's telling herself in that scene, She's
like, no,
nice. I'm not.
She finally, acknowledged the relationship. But as soon as she does.
Yeah.
What?
The flash cut to Scott breaking up with her.
No! Scott!
Scott,
this is horrible.
After they just already...
Scott, Hope, And Buffy, it was going to be Mrs. Scott Hope.
All of 2
No.
episodes.
Okay,
I'll pull
well,
myself together.
Well, now Buffy doesn't have a date for the homecoming.
but who cares because there's someone watching her from a van.
More voyeurism.
It's like some secret agents with like, those cartoony like tracking goggles.
We
just
talked
watching
earlier
him
about how
everywhere.
we leveled up the budget, and it was like, okay, let's add some gadgets
Yeah.
now. We have night vision. Yeah. It was just all high-tech stuff.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah. So the vampires have leveled up.
They have technology now.
Yeah.
And then we're meeting the mayor.
Yes.
What do you think of the mayor?
I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Well, I also love the fact that the mayor seems to have unlimited power. He's like, I want to know if anything suspicious is happening. And it was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Real mayors are like, I hope we have enough money so that we can like pay all of the cops this week. You know,
Right.
like they've got very, very like small municipal things to do. But this
Yeah.
is like deep state mayor.
Yeah.
And he's got this
not
like
a mayor.
lackey.
He's the mayor.
Yeah, he is
Yeah.
the mayor.
It's like
This
wouldn't even be surprised if his actual official title isn't mayor, but he is just someone whose title is the mayor.
I do like a corrupt mayor. I'm from Providence, so
Mhm.
Buddy CMC, obviously.
Can't get enough of Buddy.
Oh, iconic corrupt mayor. This guy has that energy. He's like the mayor from The Wire. Like, it's good. Yeah.
But
no,
he's also like a man at a time, right?
yeah.
In the way that he talks and everything.
Yeah.
He's like, in like, I don't know, 1950s. Like,
The hand
Mr.
thing
Rogers.
really skeeved me out.
I have dirty fingernails and I haven't stopped
yeah.
thinking about it.
That was, he's like obsessed about the
Yeah.
fingernails and he's got like I was like, he's going to stab this guy right through the hands.
Yeah.
And the guy thinks so too.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
But yeah, just having this like lackey who's going to do your bidding as the mayor. I'm excited to see more mayor.
Yeah.
good.
And, yeah. So,
Love the mayor. I wasn't sure how you were going to feel about him. He's one of my favorite characters in the show.
no, he's good. And they set up the whole thing. I mean, Mr. Trick gets picked up by the cops,
Mhm.
doesn't want to
Yeah.
bite them. It's just like, you guys got a warrant. And then
Mhm.
next thing you know, you're meeting with the mayor and
Mhm.
you're going to like hatch some sort of evil super plot.
But in the meantime, it's picture day. Everyone gets a cute little picture taken. Xander looks like a fucking creep. Make me hate him so much more with his stupid face he makes. So smug. Cordelia looks beautiful as always.
Yeah.
And
Willow accidentally makes a weird face.
Yeah.
oh, poor
Yeah,
Willow.
they're all very much their personalities
Yeah.
in the photo shoot. But Buffy doesn't get a photo. How was it Cordelia's fault that Buffy missed photo day?
She was Cordelia was supposed to tell Buffy. Why
Why?
Buffy can't just know?
Yeah, just
and
know
why none of
yourself.
her other
On the
friends
school
could.
Picture day is
calendar.
one of like the biggest days that's the schools promote like
Right.
of all the days. It's like
Yeah.
tomorrow is picture day.
Because you pay for the photos. They want you to get the photos
That's
taken.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think the schools get a cut of photo day
Yeah.
revenue?
No, I don't know.
No.
I don't know why I said that so
I bet
confidently.
they do. Why wouldn't they? We're going to hire a certain photographer. You kick back a little back to the school.
Or
Split
maybe
the revenue. We do all the marketing. That's how I would justify it.
maybe at the for-profit all
Yeah,
boys schools, but
for-profit
I don't know.
schools.
Cost plus, baby. I would have figured it out.
Yeah,
How
but
can I squeeze more money out of the
Principal
public school
Snyder needs a little
system?
taste. You know what I mean? Yeah, come on. All right. So anyway, it's fun.
Anyways.
This really pisses Buffy off though, because Buffy wants to feel included. She wants to feel like she belongs. She wants to feel like she was there.
And she does not feel included. And she says, you know what, Cordelia? You're running for homecoming queen? I can run for homecoming queen too.
Yeah.
And then Cordelia has this great line of, what do you know about it? Just because you were guacamole queen when you were 3 doesn't mean you understand how this works.
I know. What was?
So funny.
Well, it's
Is that a
because Buffy
reference
talks
to
to-
something else?
not that it probably is that I don't get.
I don't know.
Bad.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
they're talking about Buffy was talking about how like back in my old school I was like homecoming queen kind
Yeah.
of girl.
Yeah.
So
She
it's
was
like, but here I'm not.
cool. But before this, Buffy had to get a recommendation letter from a teacher because she got kicked out, and that was one of
Yes.
the things. And the teacher doesn't even remember her.
Yeah.
So it's just like
She said
Buffy
your
doesn't
class
have.
changed my life.
Yeah. Buffy doesn't have these relationships with her teacher. She doesn't have a relationship with her friends like Cordelia does. Buffy
Doesn't have
just
a boyfriend.
doesn't have a boyfriend anymore. We're just
God, don't remind me.
Scott, no.
To be fair, I don't think we'd ever seen that teacher before.
No.
So, she might have been a lot to Buffy, but I don't think
not
Buffy
the-
invested
not
the
the
time.
effort.
I don't think Buffy
Yeah.
invested the time.
No,
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. She's always slaying. She's not building out meaningful relationships in her life.
Well, speaking of slaying, it's Slayer Fest 98, baby.
Good lead-in.
Woo!
Yeah.
Slayer Fest 98. A bunch of dudes are getting together and they're going to kill Faith and Buffy.
Yes.
Mr. Trick is running it all.
Mr. Trick brings in the best assassins.
Yeah.
This was a funny little bit with like,
Yeah.
all right, so let me run it down. We have the German twins
Mhm.
that are like the Nazis with all the
Yeah.
high tech.
Did you memorize this? Wrote
No.
it down.
But I,
Okay.
the
you know,
characters.
we had they were great characters. We had the hunter. They're big into like having like a rogue like hunter guy who's
Should have been
just
Kane.
like
What if it was Kane?
Kane would have been a great callback.
That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Kane switching sides. Now he's hunting werewolves and
And vampires.
vampire slayers. That
Just
would
in
be
for the
good.
game.
We also had a vampire couple, which was like, Daisy.
Yeah.
It was
The
like
Texas
Dolly
newlyweds.
Parton and I don't know, Billy Ray Cyrus just got together and became vampires. So we have them, and then we have the weird like fish man like
dinosaur thing,
dinosaur guy, and I love the way that Mr. Trick would address them all. Ladies, gentlemen, and whatever you are. That was good. So yeah, there's some sort of like weird reptilian human thing that has like Stegosaurus like branches. Yeah, he does some really cool shit with knives that come out of his forearms. So I loved it though. This looks like a very like interesting group of Slayer assassins to go out and assemble. And that would probably be the best part of the show, is every time you needed to bring in like an army to try to kill the Slayer, you just try to think of like the weirdest types of villains that could be assassins. Like
there's so much of that we don't get to show you.
Yeah, that would be because it reminds me of like Dr. Evil going around the room when he's talking about all of the different assassins in like his episodes, and like just whatever you want. Like Fez, you got to have like the Lucky Charm assassin guy.
Just get creative with it.
Yeah, just get creative. Like all these different things. Yeah,
but Slayerfest night.
So anyway, we assemble Slayerfest, and they all
Slayerfest, and while this is going on, Willow and Xander are getting ready for.
Oh God, I hated this scene. This was gross and weird, and like, so they end up
kissing,
having a moment. Yeah, they're like looking at each other, getting ready, and they're like fixing each other's bow ties, and there's this like feeling like we're the real soulmates.
This could have happened last season, even 2 seasons ago, if this was going to happen. I feel like they really just want to push Xander and Willow for literally no reason. The audience is not asking for it at this point, I think. Xander and Willow don't even have chemistry.
Yeah, at all. And I think it does a disservice to the reality that you can have a platonic relationship with somebody of the opposite sex and it still being a meaningful one. Like, there are people in my life, there are women in my life who are like, siblings to me. And I feel like that energy more than I feel like a romantic tension type of energy. And this show seems to kind of disregard that entirely for Xander. There's even moments where Buffy is like feeling these, like they're having these moments of affection for him. And he's like, oh my God, Buffy too? Oh. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but Xander's just not well cast enough. He's not charismatic enough or good looking enough for like that to be the reality.
Yeah.
And then it just cheapens his sense of morals to be hitting on Willow, who he knows is with somebody else.
Yeah. I also think it throws away a lot of Willow's character building, right? She had this huge thing of getting over Xander and being in love with him and getting with Oz. And then, in the last episode that we watched, or 2 episodes we watched, she has this cute moment of, she's finally over Xander and she calls out to Oz to come comfort her.
In the hospital, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And then it's just like throwing that entire moment away with this stupid kiss.
And you don't seem to need it. Again, like asking if you could make the show without that particular episode or that plot line, and it feels like, yes, we don't need to add more depth to these supporting characters. And we don't need to be paying service to this like weird romantic moment. We're just kind of like wasting time.
The scene also does nothing for this episode.
No.
Just makes it uncomfortable.
Yeah. You could have cut right to them. Because the real conflict in this episode is having Cordelia and Buffy.
Yeah.
You've always got the A-plot. You've always got vampires versus Buffy, right? That's always going to be there.
Yeah.
You've got Cordelia versus Buffy now. And then you have Buffy feeling alone in the world. Like, that's all you need. ABC. You didn't need a fourth.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Buffy is back at school with the gang, and they're all Buffy has a whiteboard behind her of all of her competition with Cordelia in the front. And the team is kind of looking guilty, kind of like not wanting to look her in the eye. And it's because when Cordelia walks in and sees this, Buffy is
pre-committed.
Yeah, Buffy's assigning the roles. She's like, Xander, you're going to do this. Will, you're going to do this. Cordelia is like, actually, they're going to do all of that for me. And, Xander is like, she's my girlfriend. Willow says, she asked me first. So it kind of just shows again that Buffy's relationship isn't as strong as she thinks she is. She's not as cool as she thinks she is.
And it's sad because and again, I feel bad. How did you deal with this in the Sopranos season, where it's like something that you don't get to see as the person who's only watching the Machete Order is missing some valuable context? Can I talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of both seasons that we've watched so far, they end with, you don't see this, but she fucks off for a while.
Buffy.
She goes away. In this last episode, we saw that, I mentioned all the problems that she had. She skips town. She goes to, where she goes, at LA or New York or somewhere, and like assumes a new identity, and like, because she's traumatized and she can't go home. She feels like she can't go there. And when she finally goes through this whole episode there, she comes back and like people are like, well, you left us, we had to fight vampires still while you're not here. So and the same thing that happened at the end of the first season, she goes off because her dad, she goes off to stay with her dad for a few months, comes back and they're like, we were still dealing with shit while you were gone. and there are always these rifts being drawn in their relationships.
Oh, interesting.
It's
okay.
like, I don't think it's as compelling television, but as far as like a character study, it is very sad to see that she is not developing the deep relationships.
Yeah.
Well, she also says something that she's talking about how popular she is. And she was like, although actually I'm not exactly unpopular. A lot of people came to my welcome home party. And then Willow goes, they were killed by zombies. Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens with Buffy and Cordelia?
Cordelia. So there's like a little campaigning montage. And this is where, them competing together.
Mhm.
Cordelia has the better pastries.
Yep.
Obviously,
That'll do
Buffy's
it.
muffins. I didn't realize there were like cupcakes by how large they were. They're
Yeah.
huge.
And they're taking big bites out and getting
Yeah.
frosting all over their face. That's for somebody.
Um,
TikTok.
okay.
Freaks.
Yeah, Cordelia, I mean, she kind of is better. I get why she was in the more popular group in the day. She's well organized. She works hard. Her heart's in the right place. Cordelia rocks. She has
I love Cordelia.
Yeah. She's really like group is like holding her down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah, so anyway, they end up Cordelia and Buffy end up in a limo together.
They do.
Thank you.
Yeah. And the rest of the group has decided that this is how they're going to work out their differences.
Be friends.
They don't like that
Yeah.
there's this conflict.
Mhm.
So they throw them in the limo together.
Mhm.
But the
But
limo.
who's driving the limo?
Okay, a lot of plot holes start to open up as we get into Slayer
Yeah.
Fest 98.
Yeah.
First of all,
Why did they not just kill them? Because it's the German twins.
this is
driving
like
the-
literally, again, not to like call back to Austin Powers yet again, but this is like when Scott just asked Dr. Evil, if you have a time
Scott?
machine, why not just go back in time and kill Austin Powers when he's on the crapper or something? And Dr. Evil was like, how about no? So the Germans
Yeah.
are the limo drivers.
And now we leave him. Yeah, it's like,
But-
don't you think that he
they
could like, get
drop
away?
her off in the middle of nowhere, and then they get out of the car and I don't know, run away.
But they're doing it for the love of the game. They want them to watch the whole
Okay.
video they set
That's
up for
plot
her.
hole number one. We're not even going to address the fact that they also had a very long extension cord to run out into the woods
Come on.
so that you can power the VCR and the television that's going to play the Slayer Fest video. That's gonna
Exactly
kick
when
this off.
they get there, too.
Plot hole number two is Buffy and Cordelia being in this limo and being like, oh, we're at the school, and then getting out and being like, this isn't the school. It's the middle of the forest.
Yeah.
What were those windows? Blackout
On the
windows? You
inside?
had no idea where you were going.
Thank God they didn't roll down the window at any point
or
because
just
then it was
look
full.
out the window and realize
No, there were two they were staring at, they got their corsages as they were, is that what it's called?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
corsage.
Yeah, they got their corsage. They were looking at it too hard to even
So
see
they
what's
were-
going on.
Yeah.
They were
transparent.
fighting over it.
Okay,
And
that's
too
plot hole number two.
preoccupied.
And plot hole number three is let's not forget that Slayer Fest is supposed to be about faith in Buffy, and yet they pick up Cordelia, and they don't seem to know at all that they don't
Just
have the
another
right
brown
person.
hair white girl.
I guess.
Because it's whoever has the corsage, because that has the tracking chip. They just assume. And like, again,
Faith
they were
doesn't even
driving-
go to the school.
Faith's not even
what was the
supposed.
plan?
and
Why
yet-
would she have a corsage?
And yet she's at the homecoming.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that.
okay,
like,
yeah.
let's go back to the ranch. While Buffy and Cordelia are now in Slayer Fest and they're being hunted by all these different assassins.
Mhm.
Faith is just having a ball at the homecoming. She doesn't even go to
That's
school.
Every time.
Yeah.
At the Bronx,
Oh.
where Oz's band is playing. First time we're hearing 4-Star Mary is the band that actually plays it. If you like that Third Eye Blind album, let me go ahead and make a little recommendation. Josh,
4-Star
Music
Mary.
Corner. 4-Star Mary's incredible band. I love that album.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Are they going to have
Okay.
5 something next time?
Nice one.
Thanks.
Sorry. I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that.
All right. So
Okay.
I want to talk about the Slayer Fest video. So Mr. Trick,
yeah.
they have a video for Buffy and Cordelia. Again, supposed to be Faith. And he gets out and explains the rules of Slayer Fest. Basically, they're going to kill them. And then the video ends and the logo shows up for Slayer
Yes.
Fest.
Isn't that funny?
I loved that.
So
I was like,
good.
yes.
Yeah.
Graphic design on that
Like,
thing.
well, we have a logo. We should
Yeah.
put it at the end of this
You just
threatening
picture
video.
Mr. Trick sitting there in front of Photoshop, just like whipping it together.
I am
With
going
the
to
massive computer that
Yes.
they had back then.
Yeah.
Like,
17 seconds. Again, the Germans were there. They had the easiest chance. They could have just
Right.
tried to
Because
kill him.
they park the car and then go somewhere.
run
and get
away.
a bead. They have a bead on the videotape to explode it as soon as they.
Oh my
they could
God.
have just shot Buffy and
There
Cordelia.
was-
They're just standing there.
There was all right. So anyway, so Cordelia and Buffy end up in what I called the LA Confidential house. I don't know if you've ever
Yep.
seen LA
I know what you're
Confidential.
talking
It's a wonderful, one of the best movies of all time, honestly. And at the end, there's a shootout scene in this like rundown motel house,
yeah.
and it is beautifully dimly lit, and it looks exactly like, except it's not as well lit, the house that Cordelia and Buffy end up in,
Yeah.
and they're starting to hold out, and they're going to have their like LA Confidential moment. Like this did feel very much like they'd watched LA Confidential and they're like, we want to do that same type of thing.
Yeah. Well, while they're in the house, Buffy has a gun that she got from somewhere.
She got it off the sniper guy who got the bear trap.
Oh, the
Caught
bear
the bear
trap
trap.
guy.
All right, so first assassin comes up, tries to shoot them. First of all, Buffy steps into a bear trap, then has such great reflexes, she's able to pull her leg out of the bear trap.
Yeah.
Then she's really good at throwing things long distances. She throws the bear trap at the guy. The assassin backs up into his own bear trap.
Ow.
He just takes it like a champ. He's got a bear trap
He's
on
like
his
still
leg.
coherent. He's like still holding his gun.
He's like trying to pry it off
Yeah.
the way that you would try to like get, I don't know, like a piece of lint off your, like gum off your shoe.
Yeah. But Buffy uses this opportunity to get information, what's going on, that kind of thing.
He gives you the rundown of the
Gives her the rundown, and then like they walk away, and I guess he's just out of commission. He doesn't seem that bothered by the bear trap. He's like, I'm done. I'm out. Forget this. I'm going
Guys,
home.
you got me.
Yeah.
Well, the
got
amphibian
me.
dinosaur man throws his spike knives. at
And
the
they
tree.
get out of there, and that's where they go into that house. And then Buffy tells Cordelia, grab a weapon. She grabs a fucking spatula
With, I guess, a wooden handle.
with, I guess, a wooden handle that could be a stake. But there's also a phone there.
Yep.
And then
They tried calling on the phone to Giles, and then
It gets cut.
don't they end up leaving a voicemail?
Yeah, but then the line gets
the
cut.
line
Yeah.
gets cut.
The line gets cut.
Another problematic part of the whole thing was that these German assassins are apparently just zombies, because the only thing that they could ever do was go, not actual like zombies, but like
That's
they were
that's
so
implied.
dumb that they had to be directed by this old man who's sitting in a control center, who's like, I'm watching them on the radar
Yeah.
with my computer monitor
Go
machine.
15 degrees to the left.
and
It's
he's like,
I can
telling
see
them
they're right there.
exactly where to shoot. It's like, dude, at a certain point, you have to let your guys just be guys and like do their job,
Let the
right?
dudes be dudes.
Yeah.
Says a lot about society.
So there's like some sort of a grenade launcher that has like a timed detonated device that they shoot into the house.
Yeah, and Buffy Cordelia run and they make it out even though a house fucking explodes.
Oh yeah.
They're just fine with it. And,
They do talk through their stuff a little
They
bit while
talk
in the
through
house.
their
Yeah, there was a little
Yeah.
That's supposed to be them. Like,
Mr. Trick gets taken away by the cops, but
Yep.
the cops are in on it, so whatever. They run back to the library. Buffy gets attacked in the library by the two,
Texas couple.
Yeah.
Texas couple.
Yep. They'd gone in and knocked out Giles because they figured this would be a good bait for Buffy.
Buffy fights a little bit, knocks out Buffy, and then Cordelia uses her best weapon, her words.
This part I really, this was
This
strange.
is for you.
She
She
was
just-
like, get out of here.
She gives a really stern talking to one of the assassins and he just leaves.
He just leaves.
Yeah.
And now
This.
they're fine.
Yep.
Everyone's fine now. Turns out they were tracking them because in the corsages they were fighting over in the limo, there was like a tracker thing on them.
And so then Buffy uses wet toilet paper to
Stick the trackers to the two Germans.
so that these brainless Germans can kill each other
Yeah.
because the old man in the wheelchair who's directing them doesn't understand what has just happened and basically tells them to kill each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
The old man in the control center was strange. I also found it particularly ironic that this boomer was saying how he was the future. Do you remember that part?
Yeah.
Where he's
'cause
like,
of text.
now let me show you why Daniel Boone was yesterday and I am the future. It's like, you're an old man. You're saying that you're the future. Like this is
Yep.
like, this
It's
is
so-
Trump. This is Trump code.
Yeah, this is politics right now. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I didn't pick up on that.
Oh yeah.
There's so much in this show where it's like I'm using a computer. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. You know,
I'm gonna write a computer program to
There's a-
decipher this code. Yeah.
Yep. There's a demon in the computer.
Buffy and Cordelia walk into the homecoming. They both look insane, and they're announcing who's gonna win homecoming queen.
Mhm.
They're like, oh my god, there's 2 winners this year. Maybe with the power of friendship, they both won. Turns out,
Nope.
nope.
It's neither of them.
The other two girls.
We have a tie, and it cuts to them being like, oh, "We're both the winners," and no, it's just 2 other girls.
I loved it.
That's one of my favorite jokes.
Yeah.
I like. There's a joke that we missed earlier where in the bronze when they're like they don't know where Buffy and Cordelia are. Well, they think that they're talking their shit out. Giles walks up to Xander and Willow's like, there's something horrible's happened. We have to get to Buffy. I'm just kidding. I just thought it'd be fun.
I do remember that. That was That was good. I thought it was a very good ending. You know, like obviously neither of them should be homecoming queen because
Absolutely not.
they split the vote, and that's what Cordelia said was going to happen. That
Mhm.
she was going to split the vote, and she did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Once again, Cordelia knows her shit.
Yep. That's politics.
It's politics, baby.
So yeah, no, but I thought it was a good episode overall. I thought like the theme of isolation. Obviously, Buffy needs her friends to be able to do her job and
Yeah.
to be successful. She has to it's the power of friendship. That's why they call it the Scooby Gang. It was nice to acknowledge all of that in an episode and show that Buffy really is kind of alone and sucks at building out friendships. And she's not exactly crushing it in life right now.
Yeah.
You could say that.
Like, do you think Buffy's happy?
No.
She's like about to be killed every single day.
Yeah. Do you think she knows? Like, how aware do you think Buffy is of her lack of happiness? And I don't know how much I think about this, but watching a show that is not a show that I would have chosen to watch with characters that I don't love the way that you love characters of a show that you would watch. It is brought up to the point where I was like, I don't know if, like, Buffy's not happy. Like, her life kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Even though she's like the star of the show.
Well, that's why she's constantly talking about, like, I didn't pick this life. I don't want to do this. It chose me. I can't change it. I don't want to feel like I'm almost dying every single day. No, she's not happy, but she's definitely like suppressing it. That's why she fucks off every couple of months.
Yeah, and then you have like other Slayers that do love this life. You know, Kendra loved being a Slayer, and so does Faith. And you had Spike, who loved being a vampire. Like and I don't know how aware the show is right now of this contrast between the main character being unhappy and the adversaries and allies around her, some of whom are happy with their lives. And if there's this evolution that we're hopefully going to see of Buffy becoming happy with her state, even if she starts losing things that she loves, like Angel and like her mother, or maybe eventually she loses the Slayer thing but finds contentment. But like, I would like to see Buffy reach contentment.
Yeah, to stop fighting against who she
herself.
Is and
She's fighting against herself a lot.
Yeah, you're right. It's a constant. I mean, a real running theme throughout the whole show is her fighting against what it is that she has to do,
who she actually is.
Who she is.
Yeah,
and that is a theme that we can all relate to.
Yeah. Yep. The sooner that you accept who you are, your limitations, what you're capable of in life, and start trying to,
be
enjoy
happy
that,
with the
be
present.
happy with what you have.
Yeah.
You know what we should accept right now? We're wrapping up this episode.
Yeah, this was a long one.
What are we watching next week, Josh?
I'm glad you asked. Here, let me just look it up. Hang on. We should talk about this actually. Anyway, next episode, we are watching season 3, episode 10, Amends.
Okay.
Then we are watching season 3, episode 15, Consequences. Then we are watching season 3, episode 22, Graduation Day. Wrapping up that season.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
One of my favorite seasons, but in terms of what we can keep for the show, you got to kill your darlings sometimes. There's 144 episodes that we have to cut down to 30.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I will say, I feel like I'm getting a good sample size of the show. And maybe I'm missing huge plot lines, but it doesn't feel like that. And I do think that it's a tough thing, 145 episodes and getting them down to 30. But I do feel like you guys are doing a fantastic job.
Well,
so
thank you, SJ.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Josh.
Yeah, happy birthday, Josh.
Max, you're the best
Thanks.
of all of us, and we know that.
Are you saying that because I have to edit all of this?
We owe you everything. I hope the spells work out well.
Love you.
Okay, love you too. Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Machete Order. Join us on all the socials, TikTok, Instagram, X.
We're not on there. And listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Special thanks to our social media producer, Nicole Kemet.
And thanks to Brother Sal for the use of his song, I Will Tell. This was a Rotary Studios production.